surah. Abu Hanifa says tahta surah. Imam Malik was of irsal. And Imam Ahmad rahmatullahi was of takhyir. Both are correct. Fawqa surah is also okay. Tahta surah is also okay. To surah means belly button. Above or below the belly button. So this is above belly button. This is not above belly button. This is under the throat. So this is the correct way of what you call tying your hands. ये question बड़ा लंबा है यार. What is bidat? How do you stop someone from doing bidat? बहुत explain है. इसमें भी इन्होंने कहा है तारीफ वारीफ ये वो फलाना डिमोक्रेट. छोड़ो इसको. बिस्मिल्लाह. Quickly. Sometimes in universities the brothers have lectures on Friday. Therefore, the Jummah is held before Zawal time and during the Zawal time to accommodate for brothers with lectures. Is this allowed? ये होता है बाज़ लोग जल्दी जुमा पढ़ते हैं, ज़वाल से पहले पढ़ लेते हैं. According to the Hanafi, Shafi'i and Maliki mazhab, it's not allowed as far as I remember. Imam Ahmad rahmatullah is the only person who says that Jummah at the time of Zawal could be started. But his dalil for that is very weak. He uses the word مَا كُنَّا نَقِيلُ وَلَا نَتَغَدَّى إِلَّا بَعْدَ الْجُمُعَةِ. We used to perform qaylula and ghada after Jummah. And he says ghada and qaylula are done before Zawal, so Jummah can be prayed before Zawal as well. This is his dalil. But when you go into the commentary of Sahih al-Bukhari where this hadith is, the explanation is given that you can't use this word for saying you can do before Jummah. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used the same word ghada for suhoor as well. He was doing suhoor and someone came and he said, halumma ila al-ghada il-mubarak. Come to the barakati ghada. So you can't just use that word ghada and say that you can do Jummah before. You should prove some dalil that Rasulullah prayed Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam prayed before Zawal, or any of the Sahaba prayed before Zawal. There is no dalil for that. So you can't just take dalil from this muhtamal, ihtimali word. So all major mazahib say that Jummah should be performed after Zawal. If it is performed before Zawal, it will not be counted. So in that case, if that happens in your university, you prayed before Zawal, it will not be counted, and you have to repeat Zohar again if you pray that, and there is no flexibility in there. I'm sorry. If I am following just one mazhab, am I regarded as a blind follower? This is the question. Alhamdulillah, I am following a mazhab. All of us seated here are following a mazhab. Are we blind following? I mentioned over here that those who follow the authors of today, they are the blind followers. They never look at the mistakes of Albani and others. You are following them blindly. If someone says something to you that this is Albani's mistake, you get into a rage. Oh, who are you to say this? No, Sheikh was this and Sheikh was that. But you are blindly following him. We are not blindly following. Alhamdulillah, we are broad-minded. If you research and analyze the whole Muslim world, you will find that 99% of the Muslim population are followers of a mazhab. You go to all the Muslim countries, whether you start from Turkey to India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Indonesia, Malaysia, and you go to all these countries, Bukhara, Samarkand, Tashkent, and Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, wherever you go, they all follow a mazhab. They all follow mazhab. And that is the majority of the population. You go in the Arab countries, you go in the African countries, you go in Egypt, there are both mazhabs, Hanafi and Shafi'i. You go in the African countries, there is the Maliki mazhab. You go in Morocco, there is the Maliki mazhab. You go in the Middle East countries, they say they follow the Hanbali mazhab. So you have to follow a mazhab. Allah has kept the haqq in these four mazhab. It was a rahmat of Allah, a mercy of Allah, that He accepted these four mazahib. He spread them out so that people can feel at ease and follow the mazhab. So you have to follow one mazhab. You won't be regarded as a blind follower. You will be inshallah rewarded for holding on to the mazhab and practicing it with ease and peace and security. And inshallah there is no harm in there. You won't be regarded as a blind follower. If you can study, if you want to study a hadith, of course study a hadith. We will encourage you. Learn Arabic, then a hadith, study hadith, not just translations. And study Riyadhul Salihin, At-Targhib wa Tarhib lil Munziri. This is for the general public. Sahih Bukhari is for the professors. Like that manual on the table of the doctor. He has the medical manual. If you start to learn that, you can't. You will get mixed up. Similarly, Bukhari is a manual for the professors. Leave it for them. For you is Riyadhul Salihin, At-Targhib wa Tarhib, Kutub of Fadailul A'mal. Read these books. These are for the general public. So this, you won't be regarded as a blind follower. Don't worry. Follow mazhab. Inshallah, you will be okay. I got told by a brother from university to do tawbah because I read Fazail Amal. He said the book contains fabricated hadiths and is not allowed. What should I do? Allahu Akbar. Look at the author of Fazail Amal. Who is he? I have just mentioned Shaykhul Hadith, Maulana Muhammad Zakaria Kandalvi Rahmatullahi alayh. He was born in the year 1315 after Hijrah and he passed away in the year 1402, meaning 1982. And throughout his life, he started teaching hadith from very early on in his life. He first taught Mishkatul Masabih, and then after a few years he started teaching Sahih Sunan Abi Dawud for a good few years. Then Sahih al-Bukhari. He taught hadith for 55 years. And from them he taught Sahih al-Bukhari for 45 years. And he wrote many books of ahadith. He wrote Awjazul Masalik ila Mu'atta'i Malik, which is this big, massive. It's like an encyclopedia. You need a good big team to write an encyclopedia, and here is a single man writing this whole manual and this encyclopedia commentary of Muwatta Imam Malik. It took him 30 years to write that book of Awjazul Masalik. So do you think, Nauzubillah, he didn't know which ahadith are correct and which are not correct? He wrote Fadaili Amal. He was very careful when writing in there. Even today we were reading after Fajr, Fadailu Salat ala Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and this hadith came. Shaykh says in there, the above hadith is da'if. But however, the ulama have regarded and they have declared that da'if hadith can be used for fadail, not for masail. So there are two things. One is masail, other thing is fazail. Masail is sharia rulings, legislations. So for legislations, you need a strong evidence, strong proof from Quran, from Sahih Hadith. But with regards to fadail and virtues, you don't need that strong proof. You can use weak hadiths for fadail because it's only related to fadail. What you can't use is mawzu. So mawzu hadith, Shaykh has, you can have confidence that Shaykh has not included any single mawzu hadith in the books of fadail. You won't find any single mawzu hadith. There will be zaif hadith, there will be sahih hadith, there will be hasan hadith, there will be zaif hadith, but I can guarantee you with 100% confidence that there is not a single mawzu hadith, not single fabricated, forged hadith in Shaykh's Fazail Amal. Once someone said to me that Maulana Sahab, this man said to me that there is mawzu hadith in Fazail Amal, and he showed me this Fazail Amal. He said, look over here, it says mawdu, mim, waw, dad, waw, ain. So I said, where is it? You bring me that book and I will tell you what it means. I knew what he was going through. So I said, bring me that book and I'll explain to you. Then I thought to myself, he won't understand, so let me explain to him. He's a good boy in Bolton, young man, he's going in Tabligh, mashallah, good young man. So I said, come here, I'll explain. You know what? When Shaykh writes a hadith, and Abi Hurairah radiyallahu anhu qala qala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and so, he gives the reference that rawahu fulan, fulan, rawahu fulan, fulan. And then he is very honest. Shaykh Zakaria is very honest. When he gives the hawala of the hadith, he doesn't just write one part, he writes everything. So if there is some ulama who have classed this hadith as da'if and others classed as mawzu, he will write the both views. And then he will say that Ibn al-Jawzi, who is very strict, he has classed this hadith as mawzu. However, Suyuti and Hakim and so have narrated this and they have classed it as da'if. And it can be used in Fazail Amal. So he would have said that Ibn al-Jawzi, who is very strict, has classed it as mawzu, but others have classed it as da'if, or maybe rising above the class of da'if. So Shaykh relates everything. So what that person did was he deceived you by showing you that mim, waw, dad, waw, ain. Whereas Shaykh was only putting the whole reality of the narrators and narration of that. And Shaykh narrated it just because it was not mawzu. Only Ibn al-Jawzi was one side saying it mawzu, but Suyuti and others are saying that it's not mawzu. So Shaykh took the view of Jalaluddin Suyuti rahmatullah alayh, not of Ibn al-Jawzi rahmatullah alayh, but he was honest. He did not only put the opinion of Jalaluddin Suyuti and the narrator who narrated it, he put in both views so the reader can understand fully. That's why he put the both views. So in Fazail A'mal, have confidence, read that. The book is very good book. And Shaykh Rahmatullah alayhi, read Fazail Sadaqah.